Imagine sitting in your desk at school. It's test day in one of your classes. Your heart starts thumping in your chest and your palms get sweaty. Maybe you can't even pick up the pencil and all you can do is stare down at that paper. This feeling that is familiar to us is called anxiety. However, many people don't know more about it, even though we all experience it. We all feel it, so why don't we know more about it? Today I'm going to change that and answer this question. I'm going to discuss what is anxiety, how is it identified, how it impacts people, and how it is treated. In order to understand anxiety, we have to discuss what it is first. In her book, Lily Marsh defines anxiety as the feeling of unease, worry, or fear. Now, people can feel anxious for stressful events like a big exam or a big meeting. Anxiety is something that we all feel, especially when it comes to these stressful events. However, there is a level when anxiety becomes more of a disorder. Now that we know what anxiety is, how do we identify it? It's important to note that since there are many different forms of anxiety and everyone is different, that many people can experience many different symptoms. Some of these symptoms include, but are not limited to, nausea, tense muscles, pins and needles, irregular heartbeat, sense of dread, and dwelling on negative experiences, along with more of them. When these feelings persist over a long period of time, it turns anxiety from just a feeling to a disorder. We discussed what anxiety is and how to identify it. However, since it's familiar and affects us all, it's a good idea to know the impact that it has on people. Outside of being a disorder, anxiety has to do with the classic fight or flight response. According to Paul Swift, author of Living with Anxiety, while fear often has a specific immediate context which provokes the classic fight or flight response, the automatic fear response occurs faster than the conscious thought. So to put it simply, anxiety has helped us to evolve and survive. However, when being a mental disorder, anxiety has many negative long-term effects, like affecting sleep, interfering with your everyday life. To dig a little deeper, Harvard Health Publishing, in their article Anxiety and Physical Illness, revealed how studies linked anxiety with gastrointestinal disorders, respiratory disorders, heart disease, and strokes. However, there are ways to treat anxiety disorders. Since anxiety disorders, again, take on many forms, there are many treatments for them. One of them is therapy. Whether it be cognitive, behavioral, or psychodynamic therapy, all of them have the same goal, which is to find the source of the problem and solve it. Another route is medications, and there are many different medications available, some which calm. An example of that would be antidepressants. So, with all of these different aspects of anxiety that we talked about, there's many things to take away. But one thing is certain. In contrast to the beginning, now you know more about anxiety. We discussed what anxiety is, how it's identified, the impact that it has on people and treatments for it. So, now you know more about this big feeling that affects us all.